Hey, so this is Will.
Hello.
We're going to the bus station right now to get to the Auschwitz. Transportation system here in Poland is quite sucks, so we should be lucky.
Well, because we're taking a local bus. Normally people go on guided tours,
Yeah,
which is kind of easier.
yeah,
Because Auschwitz is just a small village, really. It isn't, apart from the camp,
yeah.
it's
There's
not
nothing
really a
much.
destination, no.
Yeah.
I've been before, so
Okay.
yeah.
So what made you come here twice?
To Krakow.
Yeah.
This time I had plans to go to Lviv.
Yeah. Oh, Ukraine.
Yeah, it was formerly in Poland,
Yeah.
so that's complicated.
Yeah, I see.
And anyway, getting across the border into the Ukraine is quite difficult.
Yeah, it's not a good time at the moment.
Well, obviously not,
Yeah.
but there are a lot of border checks.
Yeah.
And anyway, they would ask questions about why a person who's not connected to the press, the media,
Yeah.
or an official aid agency
Yeah.
would want to go. And I was none of those, so
Yeah.
I decided to stay in Krakow.
All right.
Lovely.
What's your name? Hey, Steven. Nice to meet you. Steven. So, Emil is from Turkey and he lives in Ukraine. He lived there for 6 years. And he's going back to Ukraine in 4 days. Yeah.
It was just morning. I woke up and my
Yeah.
wife said that it's begin. I said, well, what's the begin?
What has begun?
Yeah, she just said it's the war begin. We thought a lot of conversation made about this,
Yeah.
but we never believed it became.
Yeah.
And after that, we thought what we can do. We went to the village, their village.
Yeah.
We just stayed there like 6 days. And after that, I went to Turkey,
Yeah.
relationship of my consulate.
Yep.
And she stayed there. Yeah, it became. Can you
Shit.
believe that?
It's hard to believe.
Maybe 100 years ago, it was normal for people.
Yeah.
But in this modern world, how it can be, right?
Well,
Just one morning, you're waking up and people say that the war is begin.
Yep. So we're at the Auschwitz camp.
yes, indeed.
Yeah.
We arrived a bit late, but fortunately our Polish man is taking us to the beginning of the tour.
Yeah.
Thank you, dobre.
Yeah, no problem. Please wait a moment. I'm
Sure.
finding it first.
Will do. Thank you.
It looks like just regular apartment.
And most of the inmates' blocks were destroyed at the end of the war.
Yeah.
So what you're seeing here would have almost certainly a German officials' block,
All right.
but I could be wrong.
And the doctor finger showing him the way where to go. Not personal details of those who are people. Now, when we travel, sign was 5-7. These kinds of cans were used to murder at one time of the world 1,500. In this camp, there were between 13,000 up to 16,000 prisoners. Most of them did not survive longer than 2-3 months. We go to Sydney. And can you see the building with chimney? Toilets and washrooms sitting on each hall. No privacy, no paper toilet, no soap, no towels, not enough water. So this kinds of situation cause many. This is a special typhus which decimated the camp.
imagine being as a prisoner here. It's like a living nightmare. It is a hell in the real world.
First of all, I was in Ukraine, and after that war started,
Yeah.
and I came to Turkey by highway from Bulgaria and Romania. And after that, I got my Schengen visa, and after that, I went to Greece.
Yeah.
I was in Greece a week ago. I stayed 2 nights in Thessaloniki.
Yeah.
After that, I came Krakow, and after that, I met you.
Yeah. So after 2.5 months, finally you're going back home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there is still some
We are
problem.
right here come to the ruins of underground, which ruins you can see there. Look like the same ocean.
Come to Finland, you can see the aurora.
I want to see really.
Yeah, I'll show you around if you come visit.
Yeah, sure. But I heard that it's quite expensive, right?
It's super expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh shit, that's summer bus.
4 people in the film.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, do you have to do
He started
We just came back to Krakow
and
from
it's
Auschwitz,
fantastically
and
clean,
now we are going to
good
eat
price,
Korean food.
Very friendly.
Alright, we don't know where we're going.
Yeah. Looking for the tram.
I always found football a bit obvious, really. You know, what's going to happen? You're either going to win or you're going to lose. There isn't any sort of
Or draw.
or draw. There's only 3 possibilities. When you go into a football match, you know it's going to be one or other of those, isn't it? So that seems a bit boring. Why can't you have 50 different outcomes? You know, like
So what are you into?
I prefer music, I prefer traveling, I prefer you know, things like that.
So here's the Korean restaurant.
Please don't disappoint me.
Hello. We are 4 people.
2 and 1 tteokbokki and 1 very professional.
Yeah. So we got this beer from the other store, and they allow us to drink in the restaurant.
I can never do vlogging like this.
Yeah.
This is part
Right.
of your film.
After a long day of the Auschwitz.
Yes.
Chin chin.
We need this after a long day. Long day at Auschwitz.
Look at this.
This is how I do it. Everyone can do it a bit differently.
So you've got it?
No, I don't
No,
think
it's
so.
raw.
Yeah, just kind of just separate it. So
I think I should move for it.
don't be so cocky.
I don't remember actually the name.
Okay. In Thailand as well? Yeah.
Can you say
Kampai. Kampai.
This is tteokbokki.
Rice
Look at
cake.
this Polish bibimbap.
You can try, but this one's pretty spicy.
Kampai.
Tteokbokki. And kimchi pancake.
We need a knife.
Wow.
People say that the happiest country in the world. Is it true?
No, that's Denmark.
Can you help me about
Yeah. But I don't think so. In reality, people are suffering with depression.
Yeah. Alcoholism.
Yeah.
I think
I haven't got strong opinions about Finland.
Look at this cheese.
There are balls there and a penis.
Because it's too obviously.
Shock
You
value.
can't put that on a.